Humans are fruitarians. We are designed to eat fruit, nuts, and seeds, and nothing more. This video is a response to those who believe consuming meat is healthy and natural. There are many partial truthers who believe in eating meat on a regular basis, which increases all types of health conditions ranging from all stages of cancer to severe inflammatory and degenerative diseases. Scientific indoctrination promotes the world order's evil blood ritual of eating meat, which is one of the most highly toxic, highly acidic, destructive foods for the human body to process. Those that rule our world advertise meat as organic, natural, delicious, healthy, and beneficial, when in reality meat consumption is one of the most unnatural, most non-beneficial, unhealthy food for the human body. Promoting the consumption of meat is a sign of mental instability and ignorance. The consumption of meat is an evil practice that the world accepted as normal due to people's immaturity to the truth of our fruitarian nature as humans. To slaughter and devour an innocent animal is to allow evil negative energy into your mind, body, and spirit. I promote the real dietary truth for people's own individual well-being. Discussions regarding our human anatomy often provoke immature arguments by those who only seek to engage in senseless conflict, rather than discover our true human nature as fruitarians. These are people who only seek validation for their ignorance as well as for the propaganda and lies they accepted to be true. Meat-eating individuals lack the much-needed precise research skills and intelligence necessary in order to enlighten themselves to the truth of our human dietary nature. Partially awake truthers always end up falling back asleep, returning to their meaningless lifestyles of solitary servitude of indoctrination. They are only able to accept what is comfortable for their minds to process. The truth is often bitter, but is required in order to awaken oneself. Real truthers are not part of a cult or movement. They are sincere individuals who come together to share their own wisdom and intelligence for the sake of those few humans who still care about our world. Proper nutrition are the fruits, nuts, and seeds that humans can eat with a smile of satisfaction, enjoying their benefits freshly picked from nature's trees and plants. This is our only food. Everything else requires processing and is not healthy food for humans to consume. In fact, the human body processes animal meat, grain-based carbohydrates, and all other non-fruit items as insoluble fiber with zero nutritional benefits. People who eat non-fruit items suffer from moderate to severe malnutrition. The world order brainwashed the masses into behaving like animals, eating leaves like herbivores and flesh like carnivores. The world order finds this amusing because of our lack of intellectual wisdom to know what food is and what it is not. This is why they treat us the way they do. It's because humans collectively lack the intelligence to know our true nature as fruitarians. People are ignorant to our body's anatomy and biological processes. The world order treats us like animals because we choose to accept the mental programming they gave us in order to manipulate humans into eating like animals. People then teach their children to behave like animals as well, thus causing future generations to become brainwashed into behaving and eating like predatory animals, while vegetarians teach their children to eat leaves as if they were herbivores, placing extreme stress on their digestive systems. Plant leaves are our natural medicine, not food. Those who rule our world convinced humans into becoming the best at something, which translates from Latin into becoming the beast at something. The Spanish word bestia means beast. Competition is designed to create the perfect human beast who also eats animal flesh. This is what is known as the beast system, that is, the best system of indoctrinated, mindless zombies. Sport team mascots are usually predatory animals designed to brainwash athletes and fans. Today we have phrases such as beast mode for competition or I'm a beast in this game. Notice how chicken wings or barbecues filled with meat are promoted for the big game on television. This is all subliminal programming. Nutritionist shills can be found all over the world, spreading their evil propaganda, claiming that this study or that study proves humans are carnivores, omnivores, or herbivores. But never do any of these paid agents mention our natural fruitarian truth, eating nuts and seeds as well. The word frugivore or fruitarian is immediately foreign to the ears of many, including nutritionists and dietitians. Dairy products are completely toxic to our human digestive system. Animal milk, for instance, causes an excess buildup of mucus in our body and is highly allergenic. While we have many enzymes such as amylase, protease, lipase, lactase, and other enzymes which are being used to break down dairy, animal, and grain products, this does not mean we are anatomically designed to consume these foods. Nature gave us these enzymes to be able to digest decaying leaf or animal particles ingested in very small amounts naturally found in lakes and rivers when humans consume fresh water, as water is the ultimate soluble, soaking anything that floats in its path. This is the only reason humans have such enzymes. Otherwise, humans, along with herbivore animals, would get sick when drinking water. Our liver and gallbladder produce and store bile, as well as eliminate small natural toxins found in nature. Our stomach secretes pepsin and small amounts of hydrochloric acid to digest the many food particles we consume. However, due to low levels of hydrochloric acid, humans who eat meats, grains, and dairy, along with other chemically processed foods, develop sooner or later acid reflux, also known as gastroesophageal reflux disorder, as humans are not anatomically designed nor chemically capable of sustaining such artificial non-human diets. High blood pressure irregularities, increased intra-abdominal pressure, irritable bowel syndrome, along with other more severe conditions such as type 2 diabetes, various stages of cancer, are all caused by a diet filled with non-food sources such as meats, grains, processed foods, and dairy. Our pancreas secretes the necessary enzymes to further break down these foreign particles. However, this is detrimental in the long run, which is why adults and elders suffer from an entire list of negative health consequences. This is all caused by humans not realizing that fruit is our only true food source. Phytic acid is present in nuts and seeds. However, this does not mean one will immediately become nutrient deficient if one were to consume a small amount of nuts and seeds, especially when eating a wide variety of fruit. Oxalates are far more toxic and are found in many vegetables, which is why humans frown when eating leaves. All of the body's mineral needs were once found in fresh lake and river water, which is now overly contaminated today. Your body always knows what it needs. An ignorant, egotistical, apathetic person knows only what he is told through indoctrinating literature and lies spread through propaganda. An enlightened, intuitive, natural person knows the human body, maintains an open mind, and lives the way nature intended. Books, magazines, online articles, and other forms of published propaganda are all designed to indoctrinate people into believing man-made credentials over logical, intuitive feeling and thought. Famous publishers and researchers are paid to lie on a daily basis. That is why they are famous to begin with. The bigger the lie, the more likely scholars and the general masses will believe in the lies. In the past, humans were physically, mentally, and spiritually powerful due to their consistent consumption of fruit. When they needed medicine, they consumed plant leaves in small quantities. Today's fruit and plants have been polluted by hundreds of chemicals, weakened by poor quality soil, and sold in grocery stores picked instead of attached to their source. Farming is destructive to soil and is an unnatural practice, which is why I disagree with the general practice of farming. The only reasonable method of farming is done organically and responsibly, allowing plants to flourish in their production of fruit without overly interfering with their natural production process. A real grocery store would be an enormous forest where customers could walk through, pick their own fresh fruit, and consume them right after picking them from the tree. This is how our lives were, before governments, before deforestation. However, today's brainwashed civilizations know not of this truth, which has led them to believe in deceptive science along with a host of other lies. This is done to further sterilize and depopulate our once intellectual, physical, and spiritually gifted populations. In the past, humans enjoyed all variety of fruit, which grew all year round. There was seasonal fruit of all kinds. The spring, summer, fall, and winter always had an abundance of fruit, nuts, and seeds ready to consume when needed. Humans also fasted, which stimulates the process of autophagy, repairing the body's damaged tissues, giving rest to the digestive system, which requires the most energy of all biological systems, and finally ridding the body of cancerous or dead tissue. The process of autophagy is how humans were able to easily survive in areas of the earth where fruit was less abundant. However, meat eaters and scholars are ignorant of the existence of autophagy, as their intuition is non-existent. Water fasting provides all of the minerals your body needs. Today's mineral water is void of the many live probiotic bacteria found in natural water sources. Naturally fermented particles are found in waters such as free-flowing lakes and rivers. The water we drink today is void of any beneficial minerals, highly sterilized and dead, without much benefit other than providing H2O for our bodies. The prolonged consumption of this dead water may cause leaching of other small amount of minerals we have, which is why it is imperative to infuse your water with freshly picked fruit along with bacteria beneficial leaves. Water fasting stimulates the natural healing process of autophagy and can completely cleanse and fortify the entire immune system as early as just 4 days. Dry fasting is similar to water fasting, although dry fasting causes the natural restorative process of autophagy to begin much sooner, which is highly beneficial to the mind, body, and spirit. Water fasting is secondary to dry fasting because unfortunately water consumption will inevitably continue to feed inflammation found within the body. Dry fasting has been proven to cure an enormous range of detrimental health conditions and diseases. This entirely natural, complete fasting technique brings much needed rest to all of our biological systems. The natural process of autophagy is neglected in today's ignorant, egotistical, and non-intellectual world. Many diseases, including those diseases caused by meat, dairy, grain, and other depreciating chemicals found in processed food, can be entirely cured by undergoing a prolonged dry fast. Meat has no nutrients other than nutrients from plants that the animal consumed before its death. Meat is processed by the body using hydrochloric acid, bile, and precious enzymes which are all heavily depleted when consuming dead animal flesh. While there are groups of people who survive primarily consuming meat, they are only surviving due to the plant-based diets animals have upon their death. Humans who consume meat are engaging in a form of fasting due to surviving on the small level of plant-originating particles found in meat. Only carnivore animals with 10 times the amount of hydrochloric acid benefit from their consumption of meat, and even then these carnivore animals still process the plant particles that their prey consumed. Humans today suffer from chronic acid reflux, irritable bowel syndrome, and other health conditions due to the meats, grains, and dairy and other toxic products they consume. Real fruitarians such as myself do not suffer from any of these conditions. I am able to bench press 360 plus pounds, strictly curl 60-pound dumbbells, sprint with great velocity, perform a great exhibition of flexibility demonstrating complete leg splits, as well as perform lightning fast high martial art kicks with extreme precision and ease. Yet you will rarely hear of other fruitarians sharing their personal fitness statistics because they are humble and peaceful and see no reason to feed their ego. I only state a few of my personal fitness abilities in order to serve as an example. Otherwise, I would keep them to myself as they mean much more to me than they do for my listeners. Our teeth are cleaned by the fruit we eat. Meat sticks in between our teeth, decaying and causing bacteria to grow, which then begins to feed on our teeth. The natural fiber found in the skin and flesh of fruit gently cleans our teeth of any debris, which is also why fruit contains a high amount of water to provide minerals and cleanse our entire oral cavity. Meat has no fiber or water content, which is why meat depreciates the body's digestive system and taxes our energy in order to process. It matters not whether an animal is grass-fed or grain-fed. All animal meat produces the same highly detrimental effect on the human body. Adding hormones, antibiotics, GMOs, genetically modified organisms, or steroids to animal meat only makes a bad situation worse, but it does not mean that the meat was healthy to begin with, natural or chemically modified. The principle remains the same. Fruit is food, meat is not. Until a person can show me a baby, infant, teenager, or adult eat a raw animal without cooking it, and drink its blood, all with a huge smile of satisfaction, one cannot say eating dead animals is natural or beneficial. The cholesterol myth is widely accepted only due to the illusions that support it. Eating saturated fat from a coconut, which is a fruit, provides approximately 120 grams of saturated fat, raising HDL and LDL cholesterol levels in the body, which help repair damaged cells. Nature has always provided particular fruits, nuts, and seeds for this purpose, which is why it makes no sense to eat animal flesh. Eating moderate to high amounts of animal meat every week is highly carcinogenic. The body's lymphatic drainage system quickly processes cancerous chemicals and animal particles in order to eliminate these harmful substances. Our bodies are not designed to digest synthetic chemicals or any animal meat or byproducts, yet cultures throughout the world promote the evil, destructive ritual of meat consumption. There is much more to discuss in regards to proving our fruitarian nature as humans. However, this video is designed only to scratch the surface, providing you with just the tip of the iceberg, hopefully allowing you to discover more about our dietary truth as fruitarians. While we do live in a world of toxic pesticides contaminating most of our fruit, it is up to each of us to search for the most organic, exotic, and freshly picked fruit possible. Our health depends on our intelligence to know what real food is. I encourage all who watch this video to take notes and educate themselves in regards to our human anatomy. Get to know your organs and their many detailed cellular functions. Understand how your body works. Awaken to the power of fruit, our only real food source. Know thyself.